Yes, hi guys, welcome back to Mighty Profits Online. You're here with Peter. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually gonna address a topic that not everybody likes to talk about, or I would say it's a topic that's not of interest, but it has some relevance and it's also important too. So as you guys have seen in my other videos, when I talk about some of the subjects, a lot of the feedbacks has been positive. A lot of people like some of the topics that I talked about. A lot of people have learned something along the way, and also I hope it helps you, on your online business as you're developing your online blogging business, your affiliate marketing. In this edition, I'm going to talk about a subject. So the subject here, or this topic, it's about dealing with negative people or negativity in your life. Okay, so I have that word here. So okay, so negativity. This is what we need to understand in life too, okay? To make this very simple and not bore you guys, we all have some kind of negativity in our life. We got to deal, especially with our, even viewers, our clients, our customers, friends, family, anybody that we come into contact each and every day. That's what I'm talking about, especially your customers. There's people that we need to realize this. My theory is this. It's very simple, breaking down for you guys mighty pros. Out of a full 100, we'll break it down. So the center, okay, let's say we're in the center. Our product, everything that we do, online blogging, the business online, it's the center. We need to know out of the center, there's, I would say, 35%, which is really normal. 35%, which is average. I'm talking about like the majority of the population out there. They are gonna like you, like your product, like your branding. So they'll be on your side. So I'll call those 35% likes, okay? And we need to know that out of the 35% likes, out of the 100%, the other 35% is going to be dislikes. Okay, so having said that, so 35% likes, will like your product, will like your videos, will subscribe, will like you as a person, as a brand, as what you represent, or the product, or whoever you work for, or whatever you do. Out of that will be 35% that will dislike you, will not approve what you do. Which is okay, that's just normal. There's people that, let's say, taken for example, I like Nike. Okay, Nike is a nice brand. Their slogan is always just do it. That's their slogan. I'm a fan of wrestling as well myself. I like Seth Rollins, the wrestler. Some people not approve of Seth Rollins, but I like him as a wrestler, as his personality, how he projects himself, and he's cool, he's different, and he does some of the amazing flexible moves inside and out of the ring. That's my opinion on him. A lot of people won't like him. He's got long hair, he doesn't like his style. The guy's cocky at times, but he has his own thing. See, so that's what I'm talking about here. 35% will like, 35% will dislike, will not approve what you do, which is okay. But the center, the center is what I haven't mentioned yet, and that's really important, because out of 35 and 35, that's what makes up 70%. Okay, so that totals out to 70%. But what happened to the 30%? And this is where we need to go back and evaluate this 30%, because I don't know if you will believe it or not, but You know, I've read books and I've seen this theory, but 30% of it actually come from people who doesn't care. So these people here, the 30%, don't care, okay? And why do they don't care? Well, simply is this. Some people, let's relate it back to a movie so you guys can understand. You know, out of all the, let's take the movie Batman, you know, that their series has gone on forever, and a lot of people from kids to adults, they love the movie, the concept, the storyline. So 35% of Gotham City likes the Batman. 35% the villains disapprove of Batman and hates him, you know, because he keeps saving Gotham City. He's an icon, you know. They've put up his light and his symbol at nighttime. You know, he has all the technology, all the people who loves him and cheers on for him every time they see the Batman, him in the suit. Although they don't see his face, all they see is part of their mouth, but he's in the suit and he represents his character. The 30%, which is the crazy guy out there, the people in the middle, is like, who cares about Batman? Who cares about this guy? And this 30% is the Joker. If you're watching the movie, why is it the Joker? The Joker is like, you know what? I don't care. I just want to see Gotham City burn. I just want to see people die. I just want to see this happen to the Batman. So he would be the guy that sits in the 30%. And sometimes you need these people, believe it or not, because as a potential customers, you know, they're living busy life, you know, sometimes they purchase a product, they purchase for multiple reasons, and we don't know what reason it is, but at the end of the day, it has to tie back to some kind of a profit, some type of a money making, you know, or else it wouldn't have been represented in the first place. A product is always a product until people notice about it, until it's advertised, until it's marketed, until it grows, and people start falling in love with it, become passionate with it. People start, you know, they have, like, that's why there's some of the stuff that not to mention is the reviews. So the reviews are really important, because if we don't have reviews, how do we know if the product XYZ is relevant, is good, the quality is top-notch, people loving it, they're actually using the product and they like what they use? So the reviews is what you can distinguish your product from other products. Okay, customer comments, also this is the same, but customer feedback. So customer feedback is also relevant, because think about it this way. We have a product, and if you realize from my branding video, I can't stress it more, but in my latest video, you'll see too, I recall the selling technique 101, right? And also communication. There is a reason why I keep bringing in the products, because the product and the customer, if you don't know, and you can't readjust yourself, and you don't know what's wrong with the product, and you can't improve the product in a way, or evaluate in a way, and I'm talking about critical analysis, and you have to take in those judgments from different customer, different perspective angles, and, you know, see what they want. You have to keep adjusting and improving it to make your product better. You see, like I love food too, so I have a good relationship with food. I enjoy different cultural food and cuisines, and the thing is, some of the restaurants, like, you'll walk in and you'll notice right by the door there's like a lineup. And the thing is this, when there's a lineup, people keep tending to keep wanting to come more and into the restaurant and try the food and have the food, because in their knowledge, they're thinking in their mind. So this one goes back to the mindset. It's like, oh, it's fresh here, you know, there's people eating here, that means they're having good reviews, you know, people love this place, or also there's no parking left, everybody, it's always packed, you know, people already have assumptions in their mind. But if a restaurant, you go in and then you see like 1 or 2 people and the restaurant is huge, and then assumptions are, you know, they're not doing so great, the quality of the food is not good, that's why people are not coming, or that something that happened here that people don't like, or maybe it's in the area, in that area there's some kind of problem, we don't know. So this is the thing, so we need to better ourselves. It's like food, you got to keep, before, when you cook it and you present it and for the final product, and you make a profit or you sell it, people eat it, they pay you money for it, you have to evaluate it. It's same with online blogging, online business. It's the same thing. The theory is the same, but it's only that one is food and one we're doing online. So one is more interact with the customers, and one is like we're on the videos, people can see on the website, so they can't directly see you, but they know in your description somewhere along the lines they will know something about you, your social medias, your blog post, your training, your videos, Facebook, Twitter account, Instagram, whatever it is, it's your social media. It's huge nowadays, and this theory is really important. I want to mention it because a lot of you guys, you know, along the way you're going to be asking how come we didn't talk about this subject, and why there's some things that come up, like for example, something like a relevant example I can give you as well. Customers coming back, you know, this one, you know what, I don't like your product. And when I was working for the employer at the time, and they got really mad, they got really upset, and it's like, your product is crappy. So just took the product, your product is crappy. And then, you know, you're thinking about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even have a cup of coffee yet, and I'm not even into the mood yet. And then there you go, there's a negative customers coming in. And for whatever reason, you know, they come home, they don't like the product anymore, they got really mad, they got frustrated, and they bring it right into your shift on your day, whichever day it is. And I thought to myself, I'm like, how come there's also these people out there, you know, we spent like an hour or two explaining the product, you know, they purchased for product, they're happy, the next day they come back and then they become all aggressive, and these are the negative people. So this is what I'm talking about, the negative people, the people like, you know, they buy and then they don't like and disapprove. It's okay, there's millions and millions of products out there, so we need to know, okay, we need to know our side of the game as well. It's okay, you get 1 or 2 or even dozens of these people in your life, but you need to understand, you need to move on, you need to know that this is part of your business, this is part of your work, part of your passion. 1 or 2 of these people, it's okay, you will bump into them. You know, you'll get something, you'll get like an email spam, you will get like a customer coming back with a bad negative feedback, people getting very aggressive. But the good thing is you're not in front of them, so that's good, okay? Unless if you work for a shop, you have to stand one-on-one closer, so that's different. But you need to know that, you know, every business has its ups and downs, and same with the online business, there's ups and downs as well. And it's really great to mention this as well, because a lot of people don't know this, and throughout my experience, that's the knowledge that I want to bring back for you guys, because I think negativity it's also a topic on its own. How we project ourselves every day, how we tie ourselves back, it comes back to your appearance, your actions, your attitude, verbal, non-verbal communication, your experience is also key too, because sometimes when you sell a product or you want to promote a product, and then you get a customer that comes up, or he or she comes up out of the random and asks you like a certain question, and then all of a sudden you are blanked out. I'm like, oh my god, I never been approached with these questions. What should I say? And then people get nervous, stumble, and that's when they lose that customer. The great or excellent salesman or sales lady will not lose the customer because they're professional in their approach. They don't stumble. They did their research. They talk, but they understand what they're talking about. They already done the research. They already read about it. They already found information backed up about it. And even another thing that you can use as well, I'm going to give you another also side tip. This is a relevant tip. This is my experience. You know what, Mary? I'm sorry to see that you're very disappointed. You know what? I can feel very bad in your situation as well if I were to have a product that was malfunctioning. So please understand, I'm not the manager, but if I am, I'll get the manager to address this right away. But if you give me a day or two, do you have the receipt? I'll take a copy of the receipt and I'll have the manager call you directly. Is that okay with you? You know, something in that frames, okay? Or if it's like a refund, okay, can I just, you have the receipt with you, check the product, run it through, call the manager, whatnot, check it through. If you're by yourself, then it's a little bit different. Online business is a little bit different, okay? This is like either they like it or they don't like it. There's no checking for product and coming back and forth unless you're selling a merchandise. But mostly it's either they like, the money has been rendered through, or if they don't like, they just cancel the subscription, so there won't be any refund. Okay, so there's two different stories, two different atmospheres. But having said that, this is a very important topic. I can't stress more about negativity, and there's also videos that talk about trainings on even at your workplaces and in general, how to deal with negative people. You know, I read a whole book on that. You know, everybody's thinking assumption is different. Some people just want to, they're like jokers out there, like in the Batman movie once again. They just want to see things burn down, things go out of shape, you know. Like to relate back to that experience, I can remember when, as a salesman, doing a sales, I was selling to one of the ladies, and I've introduced myself, interact, engage in the comments, talk with her, and guide her through. And she was also with a friend or a family member, so we had the third person in, and then we engaged, and then we had all the product right in front of her, ready to go. She tried on, loved the product, which she's buying or purchasing as a gift. And I was ready to render close the sale and everything, three or four products. And then all of a sudden, one gentleman came from behind, out of nowhere. Just think about that, older gentleman in his 40s or primes. He comes out of nowhere and he blocks in her, he steps right into her space, which is really bad, and I've never seen any situation like this too in my life as a salesman. Steps into her frame, and she got so disrespected, and also like she felt so unsecured because she's a lady and she needs her space, and this gentleman just stand right in front of her space. She can't even breathe, and then she was feeling very uncomfortable, and then she kind of stepped away. And then when she left with her friend, and then I asked him, are you here to buy anything, or you want to take a look at anything? Oh, he says, no problem, have a great day. And then he just, like nothing happened, just walked out, and he was laughing. So I was wondering to myself, how come there's this type of people? So when I'm about to close my sale, he jumped in and he did that out of the blue, and I felt very bad that day. And I came to understand, went hang out with my friend, and when we were even talking about it, and I was like, is there still these people out there? Like, wonder, that is crazy. Why would you do that? And just when I did all this hard work, all this labor, and then one bad apple popped up and destroyed everything. So after that day, I remember my friend telling me, he say, you know what, Peter, this is life, this is reality. You need to know not everybody's perfect. You need to know that there's negative people out there, and these are only some of the people that you approached. Whereas my friend, he said, I have approached many and many and many of these people, because he also does sales. And you know what? This is crazy. So that's why I want to bring up negativity for you guys, because you never know along the lines you will have some sort of a negativity in your life. Even if you're a celebrity, even if you're a rock star, even if you are or a makeup artist, or you're anything in that frame and you're popular, you have to deal with negativity. There's people that's gonna like you, but there's people that definitely don't like you, and there's people in the middle, which you want to focus on, the 30%. They don't care. You know what, wrap up 15, 20, 30 products, I'll buy them all. You know what, I don't even care about your product, just buy it for the fun of that, because they, I don't know, they have too much money to waste, or they have too much, their life is so much, they're so wealthy that they don't even care about if they're going to use the product or not. They just buy it because just to kill time or something. But yeah, you know, there's even people like, you know, when you set up a blog too, and I've seen this several times, like start off the online business, you know, I've set up some of the blogs too, because some of the plugins are very easy, but some people just don't understand it, so I end up setting it up for them, but I haven't seen anything progress to 3-6 months down the drain, so it just sits there. Like I said, you know, you do these things because you do it with a passion, you do it with what you love, and eventually over time, it'll break the barrier and you'll have some kind of profit sitting there on the long run. But if you were just to do it because for the fun of it, you know, I don't want you guys to, personal advice, don't waste your time, don't waste your money, don't waste your effort, because ultimately it's yourself to blame after. So if you know that you want to do it, if you have a positivity, you have energy in you, and you really like what you do, you know, start something. But my only suggestion is start from ground and always keep going. Never stop. Never give up what you do. Your passion, your integrity, your motivation, your love, your dreams, you know, your goals, everything in life, everything that represents you as a person. You know, it's not easy. So hopefully this video addresses negativity. I know, even though the subjects nobody likes, but you know, it's going into like 20 minutes past on the frame, but I have to address it in one of the videos or two, but for you guys to understand this concept, because if I don't address it now, then later on somebody's going to ask, and I'm going to end up addressing it again, because this is real, this is reality. I can't just keep showing you guys like everything is pretty, everything is nice. There's also ups and downs to every business. You need to know the downs too, the negativity, the bad stuff as well, not just only the good stuff. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I just post an account with this much money, or this how much you make. It's not relevant until you have to know, when you break it down, you know, there's a cost. Like just any business is the same too. You start a business, you have XYZ, you need to put in this much money, then you have your asset, liquid, and then you got your profit, or at the end of the year you minus all your expenses, or your operating expenses, and then at the end of the day, if you minus all that and you have a profit, it's a plus, then you got a profit. If you have a negative, then you got the net loss somewhere, right? So this is the same thing, but here, online business is flexible, so you don't have all that assets to put into it, okay? So it's very minimal. So hopefully this helps you out on the topic of negativity, and we'll see you mighty pros on the next video. Thank you.